Morning. Excuse me, morning. 7:45 a.m. Saturday, September 3rd, 2016. I really don't have the time to do this, but there's something important I have to tell those of you who have been cranked up, who will be cranked up by my family members, who are awakening anyway, being woken up on their own. Excuse me. Those of you that will be woken up on your own. It's like a really soft crank up. It's not the same. Your head gets woken up and your abilities are helped a little bit, but it's not the same as a crank up. Especially when I release your abilities. That always blows everybody's mind. When I do it, they feel I get them to feel the aura when I first start, and they feel it right here, and then I crank it up. Well, they might feel over here, might feel here, whatever. Just for instance, say they feel it right here, then I crank them up and I get them to feel it again. You take your palms and you put it towards your head. You feel where your aura is, and then the whole time they're doing it, I'm watching them. I'm making sure they're in and out. If they can't feel it, I'll get them where they need to be. But that almost never happens. What I do is always cost money, and it's not cheap. So people have already made an investment in themselves to wake up. So that's why they spend the money. But you feel it before the crank up, then after the crank up you feel it again. You say, huh, it's even bigger. And then when you get cranked up, and then after the crank up and you feel it there, then I release your energy to flow through your body. I remove what was put on your body to keep you from keep your energy from flowing. And then if people go like this, and then you can't see it, but their hands are way up in the air. They're tilted. The palms have to be tilted towards the head, so these are your feeling sensors. So you put it way up in the air, and you go to push it down, and then they barely move their hands down at all, or they can't even move their hands down because they can't get out of their aura. Excuse me. Damn. And that's how you find out. That's how you know for yourself immediately, okay, this shit's real. There's a reason why I don't get shit for complaints and this stuff. There's always someone's brother, someone's mother one time complained. Anyway, it's amazing. No person I've ever done it to, though, has ever asked me for the money back. Asked, demanded, whatever. It's amazing. The stuff y'all are gonna see. It's just getting you ready. I was just thinking something about what I need to do when I get out of here, and then the light flickered. It was Lily. There's all kinds of ways you'll communicate back and forth when you wake up, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, I'm in my head right now. I'm opening it up. Yesterday, Herc, and I love you, Herky, buddy. You're awesome, Herky. You're my man. You're my baby. Yesterday, Herky and I both got hit hard by myself out of energy, out of body, out of energy. That's kind of me at the moment. I did just. I'm not putting consults back up on the Um, on the internet, I'm not. But I've taken care of a couple of requests when people have called in wanting one. I keep getting closer to get out of here, but I still got to eat and feed the lawyers, and I'm so sick of this up and down stuff. Some people say, we're so sick of hearing it. I'm like, man, you ought to be living it. But that's all right. I know I'm leaving. As a matter of fact, yesterday, what that was about, it was working through my abdomen. I was working on that part of me, literally flushing it out, cleaning everything out. And the same with Herky. It's just scraping inside. It was weird, but it was painful. But whatever. But right before that, I was talking with Berjou, and I got hit real hard. We talk all the time. We see things with each other. Just say hi. Most of us in our family, we love each other. We just care. Love is a beautiful thing. When we're in a physical body, it can have different meanings and carries different things with it. But it's the actual love itself is wonderful. There's a piece of Lily that's in a very young girl. She's like 19 or something, works in a theater near me, and I did some stuff to help her, and she was kind of, she got the impression of being like a dirty old man or something, and she's slowly getting over that. It's like, no, I'm dying. I don't want to be with a woman. Okay, it's like, I understand. She's really strong too. She's going to do great. I just wanted to hurry up and teach her how to crank people up, but I can just send her the videos. Blah. I met her months ago. Bought her a computer, some other stuff. I'm doing what I can to help everybody, but I'm very limited. When I get out of here, I can do more. Anyway, this like those of you that I cranked up, and that's what the main reason. Excuse me, the main reason why I had to put out this video. When I crank you, I'm going to crank you up harder. When I get out of here, I'm going to change you. I'll be myself. I can literally change your body in a way that'll really help you. But that's your brain, everything. This is going to happen. It's going to happen faster than anyone ever thought it was. And it's going to happen right. And those of you that I've gone into, there's very few of you that aren't going to be receiving some really nice gifts when you get out of here. I don't mean a limo service. I don't mean a brand new $1 million house. I mean give you what you need to take care of yourself and others. Because that's what it's about. We're all family. But as your head changes and stuff, when you're undergoing that, folks, that's going to mess up your thought process. It's my energy over there doing it. I'm doing it when I know it's okay to do it to you, okay? You can be driving in a car and start getting that heavy head feeling, you're fine. Unless you deliberately drive into a wall or tree or deliberately drive off-road, you ain't going there. And if somebody if somebody was made to slam on the brakes in front of you, you're not going to hit them. Folks, this has happened to me. I understand what I'm talking about. Boom, you'll be immediately woken up. If necessary, your foot will be taken over and put on a brake. However, when this stuff is happening, especially when you're sitting at the house not doing anything, if it's time for your brain to get hit hard, folks, you're going to be sitting there, kind of wondering, are you drooling out of this corner of your mouth? When you're like that, you cannot see things properly. And when you're coming out of that or going in it and you're being held in that space, if you want to talk to the other side, which is always a good thing, I'm looking at who did what, why. And when I can't see, and there's going to be times when you can't, folks, my brain has always been changing 24/7 for 8 years, okay, always. I've been being attacked, I've been being built up by this person, that person, rearranged this way, that way. No one else will ever go through that hell. Never. But what I'm saying is, I have the complete understanding of what I'm talking about. The stuff I talk to you about, I see it, I live it, I feel it, I can taste it. It's just snowing, no big deal, but it you know, it's a big deal to you, but it's not a, you know, big deal for me. It just is. Learning how to ride a bike, it's understanding it. The starting to push the bike forward, leaning on a pedal, having it in the right position, taking off, you know, that's all. So anyway, when this stuff happens, when I'm left alone, I don't use anything, pictures, cards, or anything. Screw that. I'm just talking back and forth with everything and anything I want. And if I want to, I'll go to something, I'll talk to it. It's going to talk to me. It's going to talk to me. It has no choice. It does not have any options. And it sounds a little aggressive, but whatever. I mean, that's a fact. But the thing is, when I'm getting hammered real hard, sometimes I'll grab my phone and take a look at Wolfhagen, you know, an image that I downloaded off the free image, a non-copyrighted one that I download off the internet, and then I just go to it and I look it right in the eyes, and it helps me talk to it when I'm having such a hard time. I've talked with Burju and Paul and Deanna about stuff before when I'm just literally, I can't even sit up in a chair. And I can see and feel there. When that happens, I can kind of feel the energy behind it, and then I look to see the intention. I can barely get that done, but it's so confusing. If I'm getting hit hard, I'll call one of them up and say, "What the hell, man?" That's going to happen to you. Okay? Not, you don't stay like that, but there's moments when it's like that. That's when it's nice to have a picture, maybe even grab a rune deck. I've made those runes for a reason, okay? The design, the symbols, everything. It's stuff I've given to different planets before, okay? They already exist around the universe, but they're very important in awakening. The runes used to have, the basic Elder Futhark runes used to have a different meaning, but they don't now. Your head's getting hammered. Your head's getting hammered. What's this? This is Vesuvius inverted. Vesuvius is strong action. Okay, that's strong action. That's what it stands for. When it's upside down and your head's getting hammered like that, what does that mean? What does that tell you? Now is not the time for strong action. It's not. It's not. You're being worked on, and don't try to do anything that's really strong. Why? Because you won't be able to do it. Don't, you know, there's a schedule for things that is about to be in place on the other side in your lives to make things move forward for everyone everywhere. Folks, this isn't just on the planet, this is creation-wide. Okay? And then your head starts feeling better. That's funny. Your head starts feeling better. What's that? Water. Let things flow. Go ahead and use your abilities. Flow inside yourself, relax, use your abilities. How did that happen? What's this other card? It means you have, this is time, this is plenty of time, which means you have plenty of time. Don't worry about it. So just let things flow. Don't freak out. You know, go ahead and use your abilities, and don't worry about, you know, the time, how much time you have to learn everything. I got to hurry up and do this. I got to hurry up and do that. That, you know, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. I'm so far behind. We're all like that because shit's crazy, okay? So that card, it tells you let things flow. Go ahead and flow yourself. Flow your energy out of yourself. Be soft and easy like water. Just flow. Go inside yourself. Go ahead and use your abilities. Let your abilities flow. And then the rune about having plenty of time, that tells you, hey, you got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Eventually, there'll be enough money where Deanna can get like 1,000 of these rune decks of rune cards made. Folks, these are expensive. Okay, they're all custom made and everything. Can't help the price of them. they're like $34.99, but you know that's all we could do is get 100 at a time, and that you got to pay through the nose. And I understand that no one's being ripped off. That's the people I get for these cards. They're really cool people, really nice people. But there's printing. You know, the setup and printing costs a lot of money. I understand it, but anyway, the cards work. There's your perfect example. Okay, I picked them up, didn't shuffle them, just pulled, boom, boom. You're controlled to pick out the cards that are proper. Okay. There's a video I'll probably put out. I got to hurry up and get out of here. I got to get back to the packages. There's a video I'm going to put out where you use basic letters of the alphabet. You use the basic numerology, 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then there's the other numbers together. You know, you put the numbers together, it means something. And then the letters are relative to different runes, and also sometimes just the first letter of a word. If I can, I'll put that information out. I'll do something real quick about it on the internet to get you started, but the actual full explanation is going to be on a DVD that will be available through the spiritualfoundation.com. Okay. So anyway, folks, the main thing I really want to get across to you on this is that when you're getting hammered, don't think just because you can see so good later without using any cards or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with using cards. I like them. Cards, runes, you know, whatever. You're listening to birds and stuff. There's times, especially after you've been adjusted and you feel pretty clear, you're just starting to clear up, and they'll tell you, you'll be told, go pull some cards. You can go on the internet and go to earthmagic.net and pull one of his cards for free. You can go to facade.com, FACADE.com, and pull regular tarot cards and runes. When you pull the cards and the runes, you go by your own definition. When you go to facade.com, FACADE.com, if you have the runes that they have there, do not go by those meanings. Okay, not going to work anymore. This information, this book, is available on it's available on Amazon.com, CreateSpace. Just go to thespiritualfoundation.com. Everything you need to wake up is there, okay? And if you use these definitions, okay, use these definitions, and then pull the runes on there, get a reading for free on there, use these definitions. I don't know how much this book is. It's not that much. It's, I don't know, probably 14 or something, 11, I don't know. So anyway, just go to thespiritualfoundation.com and you'll find out. But that'll help you get by. Okay? And if someone says, I don't use cards, I'm too damn strong. Yeah. Well, you know what? You're not getting woken up and you ain't that strong. Sorry. And you're really touching the arrogance thing. So, whatever. When people go to do consultations for other folks, like when you do, you won't be having your head messing with that hard. But when you are alone and you're relaxing, you know, your head might fire up, it'll be to help you. When you're doing a consultation, you're offering assistance to others. Doesn't matter that you get paid for it, whether you're getting paid or not. You're still offering assistance to others. You're going to have help. You're going to be left alone to be clear, and then energy, spirit will be watching you do this, and then probably later on, after you're done doing a few consultations or a large one, a crank up for those of you that can do them, the Source family, then afterwards you might feel a little dizzy. Just have something, have some water, something to drink, and make sure you eat better food. It's just be careful about your diet. As best as you can make it for yourself. Excuse me. I was itching like, oh, get out. My diet should be a whole lot better, but folks, it doesn't matter. I'm getting the hell out of here. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I've got Great Vitamins, Source of Life by Nature's Plus, and very rarely am I told go ahead and have a couple, because my body's being pulled apart. It's not being rebuilt. I had to get cranked up a little more because I'm going to have to do a couple consults. And like I said, that ain't being advertised. I mean, I mention it to you now, that's one thing, but it's opening on the website, no. If people find out about it, they really need one, fine. $800 for 2 people max. It's 45 minutes. Burju and Paul can do wonderful, wonderful crank ups, and they're doing them now. I'm only going to do a few more. It's just going to keep me floating while this other stuff goes on. So, I'm still buying computers and stuff for a couple people that are involved in this thing. So anyway, don't ever let anyone try to make you feel, or don't allow yourself to let someone else give you a hard time and make you feel like you're deficient or not as strong as them, because every once in a while you use cards or you talk about it. When they say it immediately, just look at them and laugh and say, that's funny, because the freak talked about that when he was here, and he said there's times you really need to, and if you don't, well, you're not helping yourself, and you're also not important enough to where your brain's not getting worked on. Okay? And if you're not, having said that, if your brain's not getting worked on right now, it might not be time. Okay? So there's a schedule that has been torn to hell. There's a new one that's slowly being put together. And when that happens, you have to have things kind of be left alone, and then just start building it up at one end and then making it larger, larger, larger. Changing the format, it's like dropping a pebble in a pond. You start in the middle and then it starts spreading outwards, but you have to start in the middle at the focal point, create what you want, and then you open it up. Okay? So when you build dimensions, that's how it goes, but it goes fast. I wish I had time to tell you all more. Anyway, I gotta get to my packages. I gotta feed the man too. He had his snack and his glucosamine and chondroitin when you give it to dogs or yourself. Folks, it ain't gonna have a third of the impact it'll never have the impact it needs unless you have MSM in there with it. Okay? MSM is the magic key. If you want to have MSM with glucosamine, or with chondroitin, or with glucosamine and chondroitin. That's animals, people, okay? And it's always nice, folks, sometimes to have yeah, thank you. I'm trying to say it, please. Thank you. Lily's up there smiling. She's happy. Apart Lily's really cool. Anyway, it's really nice for you to have a picture of your spirit guide, your animal spirit guide, on like a camera, whatever you have. A camera on your phone. You can take a picture. I got Herky, but like here's Wolfhagen right here. Okay. Then open it up, there's Herky. I love Herky. Sometimes I'll go to the phone and just open it up, and without looking, all of a sudden he'll talk to me. The part of his animal essence, source animal spirit inside. So it gives them an opportunity to tell you something without you. You know, your mind could be so busy they'd want to talk to you, and you're too busy to hear stuff. Stephen Lewandowski is one of the most powerful telepaths there are anywhere on this planet, for sure. If he was in a different body, he'd be every bit as strong as Tyr, or Tyr, the one that they call the Blue Avian. And he's tried to talk to me. You can't get in. There's too much crap going on. But when you have some pictures hanging around and somebody's trying to give you a message, your spirit guide that you have inside, or one of your animal spirit guides, the spirit guide is a spirit guide. Animals never lie to you, never. And remember, the future's always changing. You ask them something about the future and it changes. That animal did not lie. That animal told you it was in the future. You're the one that's trying to expect the future to remain the same. And so you're the one that's wrong, not the animal. Not the spirit guide, whoever it is, okay? When you have like in your work area, if you have one or two of your animal spirit guides or something representing maybe even a geometric figure that represents your male or female primary human type spirit guide, whatever you want, or a picture of a person, you might all of a sudden be made to look up and look at it, look it in the eyes, and then all of a sudden you get a message coming in there, okay? So if people go running around saying you're weak, you have to use cards or something, or you use cards, just laugh at them. You know, just kind of chuckle and just forget them, because they're the ones that are lost. They're the ones that don't understand. And unless it's a good friend, don't waste any time on them. You're not going to help them, and you're going to hurt yourself just wasting your time. You got stuff to do. You're in this not for your glory, but for what, because it's your heart, it's who you are, what you do. People that are in this for their glory, they'll never have the abilities to do what you do, never, because they'll be shut down. Folks, I love you, man. Take care.